All right, how about that? Here we go, everybody. Welcome, Ron Futrell here with the latest edition of the Vegas Sportscast for this Saturday morning. Okay, sports going on here. First of all, my slogan at the top, protect yourself at all times, and we are on it. Comes from a couple of different sources. Number one, Mills Lane, ringside in boxing, great boxing referee here in Vegas from Reno. He would be ringside, and the last thing he would say to the fighters before they got it on, let's get it on. He would say, let's get it on. But he would say, protect yourself at all times right before that. Okay, so that's sort of an homage to Mills Lane. And also the late Tom Carnegie, who at the Indy 500, he would announce during time trials, he's on it when a guy would come around the turn 4 and be full speed, getting ready to do the 4-lap qualifier. So that's sort of the reason for that. Okay, what's some sports going on here? Again, the dilemma, Golden Knights hockey or World Series baseball, okay? Well, here we go. A little bit of both, because I was watching World Series baseball while I was at the Golden Knights game again yesterday. Had that matinee special. Oscar Danson goal got the shutout. Terrific performance, 7-0 Vegas Golden Knights over Colorado to get that win. Now, the way it started out was sort of interesting. No score after the first period, okay? Looked to be one of those games, but the Golden Knights in the second period have outscored opponents this year 15-2. So something's going on there. Adjustments by Gerard Gallant, coaching staff? Probably. But anyway, 7-0. They end up winning the game last night. It was just crazy. And then Dansk gets the shutout. I did like a couple of things. I liked the way the Knights wore their home whites for this. Now, normally dark jerseys are worn at home in the NHL, which is a little bit of a rub to me, okay? And this goes back old school. Forever in the NHL, home team wore white jerseys. And about 5 years ago, they changed it to the home team wearing the dark jerseys. So I have to adjust. I go to the game and I see the team in the white jerseys. I go, home team. No. Well, that's the road team when I go to the games. Yesterday, they flipped that script, and the Golden Knights wore the white jerseys, and it looked great. I wish the NHL would go back to that rule and have home teams wear white jerseys because I want them to. No other reason. I know the reason they did it. Okay, the reason they did it is because the colored jerseys, the dark jerseys, you could sell more of those. You can do more things. You can be more creative with different colors on the jerseys, and you get to sell more of those jerseys. And if you have them at home, you can have them right there at the arena, ready for sale. Here's the jersey. You can do unique jerseys, one-off jerseys, just interesting jerseys that you otherwise couldn't do with the dark jerseys. So that's the reason for it. That's why they do it. But Golden Knights now 8-1 on the season, heading off on the road. 8 of their next 9 games are going to be on the road. They've got games coming up Monday and Tuesday against the Islanders and the Rangers. Wow, that ought to be fun, huh? So they go to New York for those games. And with goalie issues, I say goalie issues. They got really no issues. They keep winning games, so it's not an issue. But injuries, goalie injuries. Marc-Andre Fleury has been out now about 10 days with a concussion. He took a knee to the head during the game against Detroit. Malcolm Subban, backup goalie, he's going to be out for at least a month. I talked to him the other day at a Halloween event here in town. He said he's doing better, feeling better, but yes, on schedule. He's got what appears to be a groin pull from a vicious-looking splits that he made to make a save. Oh, he made the save. And so they go with Oscar Dansk. So basically they're using a goalie out of the minor leagues. Chicago Wolves is their minor league affiliate. And they pulled him up here to play, and he's doing the job. He's acting big time, big league. I did like the way the Golden Knights, after the games, thank the fans. They skate out onto the ice, put the sticks up in the air. Fans cheer. They thank the fans at the end of the game. It was also interesting to note yesterday that everybody stuck around. That fans stayed there. It's 7-0. It's a blowout. But you stayed there till the end of the game to watch. And that was sort of fun to see that take place. Maybe it was because there's not another home game until November 10th, I think, is the next home game against the Winnipeg Jets. But either way, 7-0 blowout. Fans stayed there, enjoyed it, watched it. So Golden Knights continue to win an expansion franchise with an 8-1 record. it's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable is the best way to describe it, but it's happened, and it's done. So, okay, with that going on, we've also got World Series happening once again tonight. Game 4 taking place in Minute Maid Field in Houston. And, wow, last night, Dodgers bats just aren't doing the job right now. 5-3 loss. The Dodgers lost last night to Houston. So, by the way, the Astros are a pretty good team. Is the moral to this story, the Astros are a pretty good team, and it's part of the reason, as a Dodger fan, I wanted to see the Yankees in the World Series against the Dodgers, as did Major League Baseball, because it's the Yankees-Dodgers. But it would have been an easier matchup, in my opinion, for the Dodgers. But Houston, they're a good baseball team, and they're showing it here, and they got some good pitching. So Dodgers need a win tonight. We'll see what they're made of. They had the best regular season record of any team in Major League Baseball this year, so we'll see. They can get those bats going, crank it up, and let's see who's on the mound. Alex Wood on the mound for the Dodgers tonight in Game 4, and then Game 5 will be played in Houston on Sunday. So you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday games happening here, back-to-back baseball. NHRA is going on out at the Strip at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway this week here in town. Let's see. Oh, college football. Great college football game today. Later today, Ohio State against Penn State. Number 2 undefeated Penn State against Ohio State. Numbers, depending on your polls, 6 to 8 ranked in the nation. In the Horseshoe. So it's going to be in Columbus. Buckeyes about 6-point favorites. I like the Buckeyes in this game to win. I like them to cover the spread as well. So for what that's worth, but Penn State has just been a phenomenal story in the way that they have come back and been just played great football with everything that's happened with Penn State, Joe Paterno stuff that happened, Jerry Sandusky and all of that happened. That the NCAA got involved for some reason with that, which they shouldn't have. This was a legal issue, not an NCAA issue, but it did put them on probation. But it's good, and I'm not a Penn State fan. I'm more an Ohio State fan than Penn State, for that matter, but it's good to see the way that they've come back from that. And I thought that they, my opinion on that, the NCAA had no business getting involved in that case. Let it be the legal case. Let it be separate. And how far, who knew, what, when, how, what, why. But Joe Paterno, before his death, was unfairly targeted, I believe, in all of this, for what that's worth. So, with that, big day with sports. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a fun one. I'm Ron Futrell. Bill O'Donnell will join us again. We'll do another long-form podcast, but hope you like these short forms. It's the Vegas Sportscast. So, and I usually don't get 7 or 8 minutes for a sportscast, okay? Unless I do it on my own and do it on the radio and do it on a podcast here, or I can be freeform a little bit. So, have a good weekend. Have a good Saturday, everybody. Ron Futrell, that's the way I see it. Have yourselves a good one. Bye for now.